It's time for that Sunday morning backtest. I'm your host. Alright, let me just spin this wheel. Let's choose a random pair. We're going to choose a random day. You're listening to Reflections with King I Divine. Oh, looks like we got gold. Vibing with this. Gold May 11th, you know what I'm saying? And we got that gold May 11th, you know, anything is possible. Let's turn off this picker wheel joint right here, and you know we're gonna get into our trading view. So I'm gonna switch it right here. Boom. Oh, did I choose the wrong screen? Give me a second. I chose the picker wheel as my screen capture. So now, there we go. Let's go to gold. Remove all drawings because I love me some gold. But I'm on my backtesting chart. So let's flatten it out. And let's go to May 11th. I tried to fix a crackling issue on my microphone. I noticed there was some crackling in some of my past videos. So let's see if we fix that. We're just going to do this backtest and run it. And you know what? If we crackle, we crackle, but eventually we gonna pop. You know, I'm just kidding. God. All right, so we're on May 10th. We're gonna go to the macro time frame here. I usually start with daily, but you know, lately I've been doing the 4 hour, and it's been just about the same. So why not? Cool. So push down. So we broke this low, bottomed out around here. So let's mark out this zone of supply so that we know what range we're working in. Okay, so now once we did that, we came back up. Yes, we came back up. We failed to break this high, so then we started continuing lower. We broke these lows here, and you know what, I do see an area we could probably retrace all the way back up to this last up candle, where I would anticipate us to then push lower. I could even see us pushing lower from here, honestly. I guess there was a lot of news. You can see a lot of US flags down here. In any case, I am bearish on this, at least between these two areas, and then possibly this one. I mean, honestly, the range that we're playing with is literally this joint right here to this joint right here. So when we break out of those two, you know what I'm saying, we make a new range, we figure it out. But with our inner ranges, we are playing from here to down here. So let's get into it. Let's go down to the 15. Let's go. Actually, we gotta go to the 11, the 22 candle first. We did run lower. It's 14. And we got this right here. Cool. So we're hitting the bottom. We're hitting the bottom of this right here. Right? Well, you know, I mean, this could go either way. We could be bottoming out here. I don't actually know what happens. But we're at the 22. Honestly, I'd say that we continue. We could probably bounce from this current area of supply, and then continue pushing downward. Understanding that this is probably a stronger area of supply, just because like it came from higher, had more momentum. But this is the last one that was created before the break of structure, so we do have that to consider. So now I will go to the 430 or 415 candle, and we'll get started. O'clock. Boom. Okay, it doesn't really give me much help. I do want to see price return. This is filling missing price right here, but I want to see a return here. just because I'd rather enter on a tab of supply versus just entering all willy-nilly like. But I'll mark this out for missing price. Get it right here, boom, little pink color, and then we'll see what's going on the 5 minute. So we're stalling, but we're stalling upward. If that makes sense. We failed to break the high a few times. We honestly probably come back down to here, but we'll mark that out. Anyways, I don't know what that is on the 15 minutes. Let me go back up one. Just want to see what we're doing. Oh, okay, that's missing price, and like I guess we can consider that. Okay, so let's mark this as let's just say this is a 15-minute area of demand. And we're resisting up here. If we go to the 1 minute, we're probably going to see triple top, which we do. And we failed to break the high 1. So this is high 1. This is a lower high 2, lower high 3. Body was higher though, but lower high 4. So honestly, if we can get a pullback a little bit, I'll probably enter this trade. Just to run down to here. And I like that candle. So the reason I like this candle is because we're bouncing off of this zone of supply, showing some exhaustion here. Nice long wick, nice bottle rocket, and I love these bottle rocket candles. So we're just going to enter here with the anticipation of possibly getting our cheeks clapped. It's not much more to put the stop loss up here. It's about 3 more pips. And plus our bias is that we run down to this zone, so we have enough room to set our stop loss up there and still be okay. So I'm going to set it like that. You could set an aggressive stop loss above the candle wick and you'd get out of the trade earlier, or on either way, you could either run up and give you a nice bullish candle. But basically the idea is that since our trade idea is based around this high being created, this next high not breaking it, this next high not breaking this one, and then this one not breaking this one. Basically, we're assuming that if this high gets broken, then we're wrong and we run. The other thing that could happen is we run all 3 of these highs, take out, and then go to these wicks here and then drop. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. But let's see how it plays out. So we made like a W pattern. I don't like that we didn't break this low. But I'm gonna, if I break even, there's a chance it could bounce from here. I'm gonna hold this one. I'm not going with order flow. That's the other thing that I'm not liking, because this is obviously a bullish range here. But let me turn on my backtest helper first of all and see where we're at. I think we're on the 11th. Let me go back here. I want to see what's here on the 15 minute, and then we'll go back to that candle. Oops, 30. Okay, so on the 15 minute, I mean, once we bounce up here, it's really just retesting off of this zone here, which I think will be okay. But we also created these wicks. Like I said, we can run our stop and then get taken out at this highest high here. So let's see what happens. I'll delete this purple box in a second. If we don't break this low, I'll break even my trade. And let's see. Come on, baby. There we go. Show me the money. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if that, like, I feel like the settings I changed might have cut me out. I can't do a go because I see the microphone cutting off. So let's see. So now we're going back down. And we just bounced off of this missing price here, which is unexpected for me. I go to the 509 candle and then I'll see what the 5 minute looks like. Okay, so that could be a bounce from possibly this area here. We didn't quite get down to our 15-minute area, which is fine. We were only looking for a short-term sell anyways. Short-term sell. So let's keep going. didn't get quite back up to our 5-minute zone of supply either. So we are continuing downward. Broke the low, so maybe we get back up to oh wait, I didn't check the 15. Let me check the 15-minute first. Doji, so not bad. Possibly can still run down here. Keep going. Yep. So we did not get any pullbacks here. One thing to note is if you wanted to do like, if you're using supply and demand, right, and you had this bias for this initial trade, but you missed possibly this entry because it was really quick, what you could do is just draw your Fibonacci, and then you would be able to enter like on like when price breaks possibly this low, or like an engulfing, right? It makes an engulfing, so maybe an engulfing right here, you could enter because it went past 50%, which you know you're getting a good price there, and then you can enter. Otherwise, you could just basically tap off of, you know, your supply area here, and then also do the same type of entry. It's whatever's easier for you to spot. I don't think I explained this that well, just because I'm like kind of stuttering and stammering right now. But you can also do your Fibonacci entry over here. You know, price does this. It doesn't really engulf here, but you can see it makes this like inside bar with this exhaustion wick. And then you're also tapping off of this zone of supply, which I readily saw. Right, so it's just whatever you want to do. If your bias is to the south, that it's coming here, then you can start playing around with that stuff. Since I've been playing around with the daily highs and lows and stuff, I have a hunch that it might come down to the Asian previous high before continuing the trend, but I can't confirm that just yet. Or we could bounce massively from our 15-minute area. Boop. Broke the low ever so slightly. Yeah, okay, Asian previous high, got a nice wick out of it, and then spiked down. I could have held this trade for like 1 to 8. Oh well. Okay, still pushing down. I needed to check the 15-minute, but I didn't. Okay, so we're at, I should look at the 5-minute real quick. So we're at 539. And here was our lowest low. I think this is our 4-hour area of demand. So we may be bouncing. Possibly. But this is a lot of bearish momentum though. Okay. At this New York previous low, like I kind of want to enter this. This is like kind of a knife catch, isn't it? I'm gonna wait. What I'm gonna do, I don't want to just like enter all stupid like, but what I want to do here, because we're bouncing near this New York previous low, I want to see if we can make like a head and shoulder type of pattern. So this would be our left shoulder, and then we pull up, we push down, make a right shoulder. I'll enter here, and then we continue going up. But normally, like, my retail brain wants me to enter here and get my cheeks clapped. Okay, that is not the pattern I'm looking for, but that's what happened. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna enter here. Stop loss here, and no, this is like really stupid, isn't it? 49 pips. No, I'll wait for the bullish candle. There we go. So that's what I wanted to see. We didn't break the low here, and then we made this like nice bullish candle. That's our like W type pattern. So we can do this, take 1 to 3. Still pretty far. It's 43 pips, my gosh. But maybe I don't like how far that is, but maybe we're right. Okay, so we're bouncing up this Asian previous high. What I'm gonna do is, because this is just such a large trade, I think, you know what? Oh, it's the new. Okay, so the news, when the news happens, I think the range of the bars expands, and that's why it's so large. It might be that. I don't know. I can't think of any other reason for the candles to be that large. So let's go to the stop loss here. But we're just trading pictures. We ain't trading numbers. Let's keep going. Oh man, are we gonna like? Okay, we ran the high. We could come like all the way back down here. Where's 1 to 2 at? Kind of want to lock in 1 to 2. Oh, but it's like we'll lock in 1 to 1 because that'll. I mean, if it comes back down here, it has to go through all of this stuff, and 1 to 1 is right here. So let me move, do this, and then move this. So 1 to 1 locked in. I know I don't usually do this, but I don't like the way that things are happening. So yeah, I don't like that pattern at all. But please, come on, baby, yeah. Okay. So I wish I held this trade. This trade was crazy. So far, this gold session ain't making me happy about trading it right now. But you know, we're doing it. We ran out of liquidity, had our spike right at that other 4-hour zone of supply, but we're now pushing up pretty hard. Let's go to the 15-minute. Okay, on the 15-minute, I mean, we can clearly see 2 areas where this thing could pop off, which is this first one, and then which is here, and then we had the second one right here. Sometimes when I mark these out, I take both blocks in the area. Other times I take just one. It's kind of up to you if you're marking these out to feel it out and see what works best for you. I like to encapsulate or capture more trades, so I like to get the wider area and then look for signs within it. But if you have a tighter area and you're good at refining, you can enter on tap. Okay, so we push into that first area. We made a giant engulfing. I don't know if I should be stupid and take this trade, but I think I'm going to be. Let's see what this looks like. The bars are still really large. I don't think I can get 1 to 3 back down to the bottom. I'd really have to be like on it to see what's going on here. Like, this is crazy. If I was like making this decision in live, I'd be like, I'd probably have snap pulled the trigger, because you don't really have much time to decide when you're like trying to take scalp entries off the 1 minute and stuff. But I've entered, so let's see what happens. Okay, if it comes back up, I might break even, but I need to like show that it's gonna break that high again. Okay, I'm gonna break even this trade, so let's put this here, because the reason I'm break even in here is because we broke below this low, which is awesome, but then we broke this short-term high, and then we just broke this short-term high. Now, the last area that we could possibly lose here is actually past our entry, which is here. So, like, but if it goes past our entry, I'd rather like not be in the trade anyways, because it has to go through all these areas of supply just to get there, right? So there's a lot of friction. It's showing a lot of momentum, a lot of willingness to go up at that point, right? And it's still not breaking the lows. Yeah, like this doesn't feel right anymore, but let's see what happens. And we're getting close, and there you go. So we got it at break even, better than a loss to me. You know, you live to trade another day, and that's what I should be doing on my funding account. But nope. So we're here. This is what we're backtesting for. This is practice. It's practice for me. Oh man, see, this makes me want to re-enter now. Make that head and shoulders. Come on, baby. Don't do it. Let's see. Let me go back a second and look at the 5 minute first, and then the 15 minute. See what we're playing around with. 5 minute big ass W. Big ass W. Like, you don't even know what you can catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're right here, and we had all these wicks and stuff. Not cool. And this also pushed past this short term. I mean, this broke structure here with this push. So when we're coming back down, this would be the first area of demand that we bounced from. Right, even on the 15-minute, you're talking about these wick to wick supply demand zone, and yeah. So I think if I'm looking at this on the 15-minute, this is hella bullish. I'd probably assume we come up to here, and I probably should have held my buy again, but let's see what happens. Anyway, so we got taken out of break even, which is fine. Maybe we can get a buy on the demand right here. It looks kind of, I mean, the 5-minute looks bearish for sure, but maybe we can get that going right here. Take a bullish trade here. Did I bet the back? I didn't think I backed up, so I'm gonna take this trade. See what happens. I don't really like this trade because we are like just bouncing off of this area here, but you know, if my bias is that we go to the top, it might be from here. Let's see what happens. What I think might happen here, because there's like some missing price in here, is we can possibly bounce from this area, go a little bit lower, maybe tap into here, and then go back up. But I'm already in the trade now, so let's see what happens. Okay. Well, bounced a little higher. I don't like this wick. If I wasn't just clicking through shit, I probably would have did a break even on this. Let's see, did we get taken out yet? We probably will if we didn't. So not yet. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm wondering if this this bounce is gonna happen. Let's see. I'm curious though. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh man. That's the quasi. I will try to take I forgot to mark -1 here, my bad. I'm getting in my feelings. You see me getting my feelings for a second? That's the problem. You getting your feelings with these trades? This is what happens. I'm gonna take this because it's a head and shoulders pattern. I'm gonna take this trade. It's at our zone. We're not getting excited. And then this one, I believe, should start to run it because it's bouncing from our missing price area within that area. So hopefully we're correct and we don't look like a fool. But we have to break this area of supply first, which we do not. When we wick through, I should have broke even here. All right, so let's stop doing that, and we'll keep vibing with the market, keep trying to figure out what's going on. I still think it, yeah, I still think it pops up. I think we just got spiked, get the liquidity grab on us, which is fine. Happens. So let's keep going. Let's look at the 15-minute. See, whenever I like take 2 losses at an area like that, I have to take a step back, reevaluate what's going on, because you shouldn't be taking back-to-back. I mean, you can take back-to-back losses, but like, let's say I took a loss here, right, and then I take a loss here, that's fine. But if I take 2 losses within like 2 minutes, that ain't awesome. That's aggressive, right? So we have to measure our emotions. So we're right, but from the wrong area. We should have waited for possibly a lower tap into this area. But like I said, it happens. So now let's keep going. We ran all this liquidity here. Let's look at the 15-minute. We had that reaction. Let's go to the 5-minute. So we're still within this overall zone though. That's the thing. We're still in this overall zone. I'm going to move this out of the way. And I want to just see what happens. We're getting pushed down from here. possibly down in here. Now, if we get a nice spike over here, we should be able to take a good entry. We might even be able to enter from higher up, like right here. I know this is getting confusing with all this stuff on the chart, but bear with me while I try to catch a trade and maintain profitability for the day. Okay, cool. Easy decisions. Now we need to bounce from here for it to be valid. It's like weird price action. I feel like I should have taken this like when this tap happened, because it did fill in our missing price. So like we were playing off of this pretty much. Nonetheless, I just took 2 losses, so I'm not trying to take aggressive trades right now. However, if this bounces down here, then I will enter, because then it's showing us extra confirmation. We broke above this short-term high, and so we'd be able to enter. It's really showing, like, it's kind of showing its hand here. But let's see. If we can get a bounce from here, maybe. Or we're just going to keep going down, maybe. It's a very strong zone, isn't it? Let me go back to the 15-minute. Getting kind of lost in the sauce. You see what's going on? Okay, so we bounced from these wicks after clearing this liquidity here. We have a lot of liquidity to the downside. This actually kind of makes me want to flip my bias, because before going here, I think price needs to clear all these wicks out, basically, so maybe we can get down back into here somewhere. Maybe fill in this missing price here. So let me do that. Let me mark that out. Make it that pink color. This one. And let's see what's going on. Maybe we can get a bounce back up to our area of supply here, so that we can then take a trade to go down. Possibly, you know, looking at something like maybe we run this wick here, go up, and then we can go down to this missing price. The other thing I can see happening is just we run the wick and then continue to run the wicks higher to then drop from here. This is a pretty far drop for like a quick retrace. That's the only thing that's kind of scaring me for a sell here. But if we lose 3 in a row, we lose 3 in a row, baby. So we're almost at our 11 o'clock time too, so I'd want to be cognizant of that. Okay, we're back in our zone. And I need to see what this move looks like, so let me go back 1 candle. And on the 5-minute, we are pushing up into this zone here. Interesting thing is we didn't break the low here, so it might be kind of risky to enter or sell. I'll wait for a second. Might regret that. I think I regret waiting. I should have entered. I think I'm a little on tilt for the first time ever. Not really. I'm a little on tilt. But let's see if we can get a pullback. Okay, so I will enter on this here. But I want to see what this looks like. I'm going to go back to the 24 because I need to see what we're bouncing off of. My theory is that this is some kind of zone of supply on a higher time frame, but I can't tell without at least looking at the 5-minute. Okay, so we're making like this like rocket ship pattern. And we just made a new low here. We're pushing lower. I think that we're still going to continue to drop. So once we get here, I'm going to enter this trade and we're going to see if we can send it. The only thing that's weird is that we have a lot of missing price up here. And usually what can happen is we can bounce from this area and then go up a little bit and then go down. So we really want to fail to break this high. Oops. Fail to break this high before going down. But regardless, I'll take 2 trades, and if this is going to be a 2-hour session, it's going to be a 2-hour session. We are after our 11 o'clock time, so I'm just trying to see if this thing drops before we log off. My bias is that we clear the lows of this W. We could technically go for 1 to 6, but I'll put 1 to 3 in here. Let's see what happens. Okay, we just broke the low. Awesome. Keep going. I don't like that we're struggling a little bit. I'm gonna break even again. But this time we're gonna trail it if it runs lower. And we hit break even, which is fine. That's okay. So overall, this would be a 4R session, which is okay. But I do want to see what happens if we didn't break even. I just want to see where this goes, honestly, because my assumption with the patterns that it's making is that we still run up to here and then drop versus just straight up dropping. But I didn't want to miss another trade like this. That's that FOMO, you know. Let's see. So first of all, let's calculate our thing. We got 4R. Some of these trades were massive. We probably could have had some good runners here. Basically just this one and this one. But yeah, let's see what happens. So we ran up a little bit higher. Keep going. This is just for me. You don't even need to watch. Okay, we make it like a little Bart Simpson pattern. Let's go to the 15-minute. I just want to, I have to see it. I got to see it. So we're right about it running up. And it just keeps running up. So we were wrong about the drop, which is fine. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I need to tell myself, like, hey, there's two ways to look at this. You can be like, okay, you have your rejections up here, and then you see it getting lower and lower like this. So you think you can, okay, I'm going to sell. It's giving me enough probability to sell. But the other thought that goes in my mind is that our last impulse was bullish. We broke structure. So regardless of whatever's going on in here, you're still playing within from this range to this range, and you just put in a high, so you're expecting more highs to be put in, right? And where would a high be put in from? Well, you would start from an area of demand or supply. In this case, it's demand, this wick to wick demand area, and then we would run up higher. But let's see what happens. Does it drop after it hits there? Hits that New York high and stuff, and there you go. So that finally drops back. So yeah, basically the next day it dropped, but we would have had to wait for the market to close and then reopen again. That's what these Jamaican colors are, session times. So yeah. Anyways, if you made it this far, thanks for watching my 4R gold session on May 11th.